The future of the Toronto Raptors franchise rests upon the shoulders of a man named Scottie Barnes. The hype surrounding Scottie Barnes as a prospect is the biggest thing the Raptors have had since the Kawhi Leonard trade back in 2018. The anticipation of watching him play is at an all-time high, and with that anticipation comes questions being asked to help justify why everyone is talking about him. These questions come from wondering just how good this kid can really be, and if he has what it takes to truly be the king of Toronto. And in this video, I will be explaining exactly how high Scottie Barnes' ceiling really is. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention that if you do enjoy this Raptors content and analysis that I've been putting out, please do me a favor and hit that like button and even subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I know I just started this channel a couple of weeks ago, but I genuinely appreciate all of the support that I've received, and it helps me continue to grow the channel and become more consistent. Now, if I'm being honest, the potential that Scottie Barnes has is something I don't think most people would understand, as the pick was somewhat swept under the carpet because of the fact that most believed Jalen Suggs should have been drafted before him, as I mentioned in my previous video. When you draft a player with the 4th overall pick, you have extremely high expectations for them to be the future of this franchise, and I think that's exactly what Masai sees in Scottie. Not only do I think that he can be the best player to come out of this draft in the long run, obviously, because I think that some prospects could be better than him right out of the gate, but I seriously think that he has what it takes to be the greatest player to ever play in a Raptors uniform. Now, hearing that, some of you are probably thinking, what in the world is this kid thinking? But if you seriously think about it and take a look at the Raptors' current situation, it becomes very clear that this is something very, very attainable for Scottie Barnes. I think everyone can agree that Kyle Lowry is the greatest Raptors player of all time, and this was the talk of the town as he left for the Heat. He definitely 100% deserves that honor, as not only did he turn this franchise around with some help, but he also won the Toronto Raptors their very first NBA championship. To be honest, when you look at what he did in a Raptors uniform and his accolades for the franchise, you can definitely say that these numbers are attainable, especially with a prospect like Scottie Barnes. If you take a look at Kyle's career numbers, Kyle has won 1 championship ring and had an All-NBA third team appearance, 6 All-Star game appearances, and leads many statistical categories for the Toronto Raptors. Yes, I do know it is not all about the numbers, even though these numbers are still very good, especially the fact that he played a massive role for the franchise's first championship and was a massive reason in the uprise of the franchise as well. But if you're telling me that Scottie Barnes doesn't have a chance to have better accolades than this, then I think you are the crazy one. I think simply because of his size and athleticism, with the proper development, Scottie has the ability to be the best player on a championship team, which is something that Lowry never really was able to do because he was just a smaller guard. And honestly, I think that if Scottie doesn't wind up being more than a 6-time All-Star and at least make 1 All-NBA team, I think he simply just didn't live up to the expectations that people, including myself, are putting on him. I know he hasn't played a game in the NBA yet, but I truly think that this is what is expected of Barnes, and why he is so hyped up as a prospect is because he truly is a generational talent with a boatload of potential. As the 4th overall pick in one of the most loaded draft classes the NBA has had in a while, I think it's safe to say that he can definitely do something incredibly special for the Toronto Raptors. Another thing that Scottie has on his side is the fact that he was drafted by the Raptors and is only 20 years old. so he's going to have plenty of time to truly show us that he can be the best. If all goes as expected of him and he ends up having a longer career in Toronto than Lowry, then I think there is no doubt in my mind that he would at least be up for the conversation. If we end up keeping him that long, it would mean that he would be doing something very special. I really don't want anyone to think that I am in any way discrediting what Kyle Lowry has done for the team, as I truly respect and honor how much he gave this city. I just believe Scottie genuinely has the potential to do bigger and better things. Since the Raptors are a relatively new franchise, and I know 26 years isn't new, but it is newer than some of the long-lasting franchises in the NBA, it allows for the franchise records to still be very achievable, as we haven't truly had that player that absolutely abolished every record that the team had that could have stayed here long enough to accomplish these things. The Raptors are a completely different team than they were when they had other high lottery picks and drafted players with massive upsides like Bargnani, although he was a massive bust, but Chris Bosh as well. Everything about this franchise from top to bottom is completely revamped and improved to allow Scottie Barnes the opportunity to not only develop to his max potential, but also to play alongside a team that could eventually contend for championships. From the coaching staff to the players, this team is brand new, and the sky truly is the limit for Scottie to be the best we have ever seen, and I think every single Raptors fan would absolutely love to see him achieve that, as he is so lovable as a person. There is no doubt that things may not pan out for Scottie and his career, as there is always a chance he winds up with an injury or he simply just doesn't pan out the way I hoped. But the point I'm trying to make in this video is that we have never had this promising of a prospect enter this locker room so young with so much potential under this freshly renovated franchise that can give their prospects everything they need and more. I absolutely cannot wait for this season to start, as I am so insanely excited for Scottie to start his career with the Raptors and hopefully make my hopes and dreams come true. Please let me know what you guys think of this prediction down below in the comments. Do you think Scottie Barnes has what it takes to one day be the greatest Raptor of all time, or will he not pan out to be the chosen one for Toronto? Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and even subscribe, as it will help me deliver more content like this and will help my channel grow a ton. Thank you all and have a great night.